we've got to the point now where if you don't hear the identity of anybody who's involved in like a mass shooting or a stabbing or any sort of terroristic event, we're in a funny little area now where you can almost guarantee if they do not disclose that the identity of that person immediately, then you're guaranteed that they are not white, for starters, and that they are not Trump supporters. They don't have relations with any people that are on a freedom-loving side, and that's the thing. See, where we are right now is that we're at a stage now where we don't find out about people who go on a mass stabbing spree of children. We don't find out about people who go on a mass shooting spree at say, a Super Bowl celebration event, which is the most recent one in America. You know, what has it been now? I don't know if it's 4 or 5 days since then. We still don't know the identity of the person or the people who did it. We don't have a clue. It's like a media blackout. So you can guarantee that he's not white and he's not a Trump supporter. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm wrong, then I'm glad that someone comment and tell me when the identity eventually comes out, whether it takes another couple of weeks or a year or whatever. Then you just tell me, you were wrong. But I bet I'm not. I can just feel it. You know, it's just you just see this wall of silence. It's like, that if it suited an agenda that they wanted to post about and that the media wanted to talk about, it would definitely be all over the world. And that brings me on to another fucking subject, right? Because I'm done with mincing my words. I'm done with it. I've been coiled up too long, as with lack of my freedom of speech, and I'm sure many of you feel the same out there. You got to keep talking in code, and you can't speak about the things you want to so much. I want to go on about this bullshit statue toppling of Colston in Bristol. And I know it happened a few years ago. And I know that I wasn't on social media at all at that time, or on YouTube. I'd actually shut everything down. And the reason why I want to talk about that as well today is because what you have to understand is the people who want to topple these old ideologies are the same ones who want to take their place. So if you see some people, that they'll go and use all the facilities of everything that's been built by ancestors while slagging them off at the same time. They drive down the roads, they'll sit in the halls like Colston Hall in Bristol. They'll use all the buildings, the universities, everything, as long as that suits them. But then as soon as anything sort of they have to virtue signal about, they'll soon go on full attack mode of that, the person or the ideology or the groups that built whatever it is that they're enjoying today. And somehow that's my fault, obviously, because I'm white, right? So it's my fault. I'm a white middle-aged man. I'm responsible for all the ills in the world at this moment in time. And I truly believe that that's what I get attacked on everything. So why wouldn't I believe that? Anyway, going back to this Colston statue that was toppled in Bristol, I couldn't believe, when all the sick things that are going on around the world and all the major news that could ever go on, that the very first statue that was toppled of any significance like that in England, after what was happening and being promoted in America, was made it around the entire world immediately. I mean, we know the media is corrupt, right? We understand the media is corrupt. If you don't understand that, then you're a lost cause. There's too much evidence out there now. And we know this, but when it made it all around the world, I thought, oh, this is what they want. They want a part of the toppling of anything, history, anything that anybody built in the past, needs to be taken back. But what you noticed is that everybody who was toppling that statue, they were all young. They were wearing clothes that are made in sweatshops. They're holding up iPhones that are made in sweatshops. They are throwing these statues and their history away to disrespect the people who have made most of the stuff that they live off of today, and led to the institutions. They immediately, what a lot of people probably didn't realize was that one of the main organizers of toppling the statue immediately put a statue up of herself in Bristol, as if to say, it's my turn now. And this is the biggest thing you have to understand, is that these people, they don't want to overthrow something to cause freedom. They want to take it over. They want to take it over. And that's where we are right now. In society right now, we're in a situation where the people who are trying to topple what already exists are doing so because they could never reach the heights or the limits of what has been created by people in the past, or even people now who run good businesses, that work and do everything else. They could never better you. What they have to do is destroy what you have and bring you down to their level. And that's the biggest theme that's going on at the moment, is that everybody who has anything that you don't have, or has more than you, or has more brains than you, it all has to be destroyed so that you're brought down to their level, because they can never be you. They can never be you. They can never be those people in the past. They'd love to be Colston, so much so that they've stuck their own statues up. Like, I'm in place of that now. But they can't build the buildings. They can't do anything. They can't lay the roads. They don't do anything for society. They just go to a university, get radicalized by their goddamn professors, and then come out of there like churned out, as if they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything to earn their way in life. They just want everything handed to them on a plate, and they want it cheap. And they're all holding iPhones and wearing all this top clothing that even I can't afford. I mean, at the time when they toppled that statue, I had an iPhone 5 with a 16 gig memory that I could barely record a 10-minute video on, and I'm walking around in clothes that are starting to get a bit frayed. And there they are, and all these top, and I think, what the fuck am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I've worked hard all my life. And it's because these assholes, they just want to drag you down to their level. That's what the whole of the world's about at the moment, is about toppling anybody who's got anywhere that someone else hasn't got, and bringing them down to that level. That's what there's certain words I'd love to say, but I can't say them because they're trigger words, and they will get things removed and stuff, But what the hell? If I get with what I have to say over the next next couple of weeks or whatever on these short videos that I'm going to be making, if I do get removed, I will be on Rumble, and if I do disappear from there, and it's under the same name, by the way. I already have the channel set up. I just haven't uploaded anything yet. But yeah, I will be on Rumble under the same name as this, Beyond, Out of Bounds and Beyond. And if I get taken down from there, I'll go somewhere else. There's loads of platforms for us to go on. But this is one crazy lifestyle where we just find ourselves at war with everybody. And that's the subject that I'm going to cover in the next video that follows this. Is about everybody, and how this situation that we're in has come about, and what we need to do to break it. So I'll see you in the next video.